morning, chickies. No. Back to the farm. Finally got some rain to break the heat wave, which was just getting oppressive. And it's the morning after, checking out the garden, checking out the animals. I never really thought that I would be someone who raised animals and had a garden and did some of this stuff. And you see, if you've been watching, all 19 of you, if you've been watching for any time, you know that our garden, our little farm, is nothing more than a backyard garden. We've got some chickens, we've got some quail, but I never thought that I would do any kind of animal husbandry, really. The chickens are starting to give us 1 to 2 eggs a day on average, so we're hoping that the rest of them start maturing here sometime soon and start giving us, hopefully we'll get about a dozen eggs a day. Yesterday I did a ton of work on the shed, on the quail shed, and I didn't film a lot of it because I just wanted to get it done, and I didn't want to have to worry about messing with camera angles and doing all that stuff. So what I did was, yesterday I ran power out to the shed and I buried all the cable, did all that stuff that I was supposed to do, and now I have light. You know, I've got at least one outlet out there. I put it on a ground fault interruption circuit, so I don't have any troubles, but I've got a plug out there, and obviously I can add more plugs if I need to. So now I have a light, I've got a fan. I'm hoping to put a window in out there and get that going pretty soon. But yesterday was, man, it was so oppressive working in the humidity. It rained 2 or 3 times while I was actually out working, burying the cable and stuff like that, but it didn't actually rain on me while I was outside. because for one reason or another I always had, I was doing something in the shed, wiring in the shed, or I was wiring in the garage, hooking it up to the circuit breaker or something when the really big heavy rains came. So I was never actually out in the rain, but it was those little pop-up showers that would come through, and then it would clear off and it would get so hot, 100% humidity. I mean, you could see in our trees over here, you could just see it looked like a fog from the trees. So I had to take a couple of breaks, sit in the air conditioner, get some water, cool down. There was one point I thought maybe I was close to heat stroke, but who knows. I didn't break out in a cold sweat or anything like that, so no big deal. So I've got to come out and harvest some tomatoes. It looks like these are indeterminate tomatoes. If you recall back from one of my early videos, we learned about determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, and it looks like these are indeterminate tomatoes because they have just kept growing. And the little cages that we bought, these are for determinate types of tomatoes, and these things, look at them. I mean, they are just growing all out of the cages, and now they're hanging down and going all over the place. The good thing is we're still getting tons of tomatoes. I probably need to make some salsa or some ketchup, tomato sauce or something like that. Got to do something with all those tomatoes so they don't go bad. We've got a lot of stuff going on today. Got some friends in town. I'm off to cook breakfast and get the day started. But that's pretty much how the day starts. Take care of the chickens and the quail. A flower just fell off a cucumber plant, so I don't know if a bee was in it or what. Hopefully we'll get more cucumbers. We've been getting a lot of cucumbers. I'll probably have to make some pickles. Our little raised bed garden is doing good here. I had to put up the fence to keep the dog out, because the dog kept walking on it like a stage. Like I said, the heat has just been so oppressive lately that a lot of the plants are just not feeling well, and if we had them in pots, I mean, we just couldn't keep enough water in them all day. So we got rid of all the stuff that was in pots because it was just too hot. It was just so hot and so oppressive, and we weren't getting any rain, and so it wasn't allowing those plants to really do well. So the ELB took care of those plants yesterday, and she came out here and weeded her flower garden, and it looks great. So there's a couple more pieces of grass that I'll go get here in a few minutes. But all right, on to another day on the farm. Thanks for watching. Until next time, cheers.